This is Dr. Patrick Burnett. This quick lecture is going to go over the Public Health Finance Modules 6, Module 4, and the associated assignment. Now you can see right there, there's a note, the regular textbook, if you look at chapters 14 and 15, they're going to cover a lot of the same material, although in this module, these modules, it has more of a public health finance focus. Now, as always, if you go down, you'll find the questions for this assignment highlighted right here. And then when you go back up through the readings, you can find right there the clues to where you can get your answers. Now, the first question asks simply, why are you doing this financial performance analysis in the first place? Now, in clinical terms, you can think of this financial analysis a lot like a routine physical. You're looking at overall condition. Most years, you're not going to find anything, but sometimes you see a big change and maybe a correction is needed. The same is true for the financial analysis. You're trying to look at the overall financial strength of the company to see if it can continue fulfilling its mission. In public health terms, can it continue to take care of the public? Now, there's a number of tools that you can use to do financial performance analysis, and we'll go over each of those in turn. First is ratio analysis, and that is, well, you're already used to ratio analysis. That's where you combine two or more numbers to create something that's a little bit more meaningful. In clinical terms, BMI, it combines height and weight to create something that's a little bit more helpful. One of the nice things about these is they have easy to interpret economic significance. Now, not to jump ahead too far, but one of my favorites in the revenue area is called average collection period, which looks at your accounts receivable and the timing of collections to compute how long you wait on average to collect your money. And it's a nice tangible thing because everyone understands days. And we know that getting our money sooner, let's say in 20 days, is better than waiting longer, let's say 40. So that's what ratios do. They break down a bunch of complex information about your accounts receivable to give you something that's easy to grasp. Now, percentage change of analysis can be thought of as an early warning system. And it's just what it says. You look at the percentage change of a lot of the different items on your balance sheets and income statements, and you're looking for movement. Specifically, you're looking for something that moves too fast. Is your cash going up or down? Are your profits going up or down faster than everything else? So it's kind of an early warning, or hey, this needs attention. It's going primarily off of the items like the source documents, if you will. The lines on your balance sheet, the lines on your income statement. It's looking at that in detail. Now, pulling out in perspective, there's another type of assessment which goes by the name comparative, and all you're doing is you're comparing yourself to your peers. Let's say you are a 500-bed urban med-surg hospital. Then if you want to look at your own profitability or your own, let's say, staffing ratios, looking at ratios, how's your staff per bed? If you want to look at that compared to other hospitals who are also, let's say, urban 500-bed med-surg hospitals, you'll find out if your staffing per bed is higher or lower than them. So what you're doing is you're comparing that. And by comparison, that's going to help you figure out your own strengths and weaknesses. Like, are you really good at staffing your beds efficiently, or does it seem like you have many more people per bed than other peers? Now, lastly, there's trend analysis, and I know this sounds like the percentage change we were just looking at right there, but while percentage change goes off the individual detail lines in your income statement or balance sheet, your trend analysis looks at the trends in ratios themselves, and it kind of actually goes even beyond that. Now, here's a little example, for example, that looks at per capita revenue. Per capita revenue is itself a ratio because it's composed of population numbers and revenue numbers. So if there's movement over time, and you can see right there, there was a sudden shift from increasing to decreasing. So if there's movement over time, what trend analysis would do is it would say, let's look at the ratio, and now let's add 2 other or 3 other columns, and let's look at what's the change in population while this is happening, and what's the change in total revenue as this is happening. Because that sudden change, that might be the result of a rapid increase in population, or it might be the result of a rapid decrease in your revenue. But until you throw this trend analysis together, you won't know which it is.